Hello, I'm Shannon Fredebaugh-Siller, the Community Engagement Programs Manager at Heritage Conservancy.
And I'm Grundy, the Community Programs Associate at Heritage Conservancy.
At Heritage Conservancy, we do a lot of different things. We're a nonprofit and we help to protect land like the forest that we're standing in here at Hart's Woods, and agricultural areas, wildlife habitat, important watershed areas, stream corridors, and a lot of different places, including historic buildings. But today we're going to talk a little bit more about our environmental science background and what really brought us to our work in Heritage Conservancy and our career paths to it. My work at Heritage Conservancy consists of a lot of different things. Similar to what Kaylin said, every day is a little bit different. There's times that I'm really out there working with people in the community, whether they're volunteers or I'm helping students to enjoy nature, and one of my favorites, getting them to explore what's under a log or under a rock, looking for aquatic macroinvertebrates in the stream. It could also be that I'm working with collaborative groups across the entire watershed to talk about ways that we can collectively improve water quality and health of the land. There's a lot of different things that I do, and one of my other favorite things is that we help to monitor bat populations. So again, that's some of the ecology and science that we use in our work. And for me, my path really started early on as a kid. I loved playing outside and turning over rocks, so I've been very fortunate to find a career path where I can still do some of that. And that moved me into going to Ohio Wesleyan University for my undergraduate degree, where I studied environmental science and zoology. I had a lot of opportunities during the summer to do different research projects, including some animal behavior studies, where I studied rats and their spatial learning, and also polar bears in a zoo and their behavior during the day at a zoo. So those experiences compounded with the lab work that I got to do in college, which was really involving ecology, and that was a big part of, I think, what's moved me to where I'm at now. I love understanding how the systems all work and fit together. So the plants, the animals, and the humans, we are all in this big system together, and how we interact with each other and impact each other plays a role in the health for all of us. And so that was through my undergraduate time, and then I did my master's degree at University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, where I did my natural resources and environmental sciences master's. And there I studied wildlife disease ecology. So I was conducting field work outside, trapping different wildlife, from small mammals like a mouse all the way up to raccoons. And we were evaluating their blood samples for different types of disease. So that work, again, we were looking at diseases that impact wildlife and also impact humans, and we were assessing the disease prevalence in relation to wildlife living closer to humans. We know as our land is changing that, of course, we're ending up a little bit closer to wildlife and nature at times than may be good or bad for us, depending on what we're trying to determine. And so all of that work was my master's thesis. Then I continued on and worked for a little while in ecology labs, where we were assessing wildlife diversity on biofuel crops or other wildlife disease impacts. And once I moved to the Pennsylvania area, I found Heritage Conservancy, and I really appreciated the mission of the organization. Protecting land is such a critical piece of protecting our entire planet, and is a big goal of environmental science and what we do. So I started working there, actually coordinating our volunteers, and my science background and understanding of ecology helped me to communicate to the volunteers the importance of why we were removing invasive plants from an area, or why we were planting certain types of trees. And now my role has expanded, where, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're working with students, we're working with collaborative groups, we're engaging the general public and students in a lot of different opportunities to hopefully bring them together to be a part of our work protecting this wonderful planet we live on.